Alrighty, it is February, which means Funguary. Yes, okay. Helped by FIFO. This is just a challenge to draw mushroom themed artwork. Mushroom girls, mushroom. I'm gonna start on week 2 because this time there's a theme for each week. There's 4 weeks in February. It's actually perfect if you look at the calendar. But I'm gonna start on week 2, which is fairy tale, because it is week 2 when I post this, I think. I think it will be. And the species suggestions are the fairy ring mushroom. I might say some of these wrong, and if I do, please forgive me. Okay, fairy ring mushroom, amethyst deceiver, the veiled lady mushroom, the bleeding fairy helmet mushroom, the fly agaric, the classic mushroom, the Mycena Rosea mushroom. I might have to voice over fix some of these, I don't know, and the chanterelle mushroom. So, I look them all up, and I still honestly cannot decide which one I want to do. The fairy ring mushroom is adorable, and I love the ring idea. We could play around with that. Oh, we're gonna be making a character, by the way. The amethyst deceiver mushroom is purple, and that's totally fitting my vibe right now. I have been in love with purple lately. I can't get enough of it. The veiled lady mushroom is very interesting and different with that like lacy veil. The bleeding fairy helmet mushroom is pink, and we love pink. I don't know why I say we so much. It's like I say we because like I include you in the video, and that's why I say we. If you ever yeah. The fly agaric mushroom is the classic. It always looks good. I love it. Beautiful red. The Mycena Rosea mushroom is like a blushy pink, which is fun. I'm trying to remember if I already did this one because of the shape. That shape is familiar to me, but maybe not. Even if I did, I'm gonna do it again if I did. That's what I choose. And the chanterelle mushroom is fun and yellow. And I do like yellow. I say this like every time a color comes up. Oh, I like that color. Anyway, yellow. Fun. Also, I think this one is an edible mushroom. I've never eaten one, but it's very cheerfully colored. And this is where I have to decide which one to make a character based off of. Well, let's jump over to our canvas and think about things a little bit. I might have to cut out most of this thinking out because I'm being indecisive. Oh, the purple one is purple though. We just did a purpley design though, so it's making me go like, well, maybe don't do the purple one because we already did a purple one, but purple is good. I'm liking this pinky one too though, and so I might choose the pink one because it's cute. Okay, we'll start with the idea of doing the pink one. So, let's see here. Sketching pen out. I think so. Okay, so let's just sketch the mushroom itself. So, it looks like a mushroom, but sometimes it looks in some of these images like kind of flaring upward, kind of like this. You can see that underbelly of it. I don't know what that is called. Probably look that up. Learn something. And here I'm going to make this a little different, I think. Because that's so static. Let's give it some more lines. There. And it's like this pinky color. Also, the Wikipedia also says that this mushroom is faintly bioluminescent. So, and it's kind of here-ish. Where it seems, and it's like a bright green. So that could totally change our vibe too with this mushroom, because before I was thinking like soft pretty princess, but now it's just a little bit more mysterious, I think, with that green. So let's think. What can we do with a little bioluminescent pink mushroom? I really like the concept of these that I made with the black background and then the little border. I don't know, I just think it really made the mushroom pop. So I might try and do something like that with this, maybe. We'll see how far we get. But let's see. Let's just make a little frame that we can start putting stuff onto. And I do want to give her the little mushroom hat. Kind of like pops up and continues to like be flipped up, kind of, because that's kind of how it looks in some of these images. I kind of want to give her like droopy elf ears. Let's see. Maybe the hat is a little bit further back on her head instead of straight on top of her. So, wow, let's just redraw it a little bit. Let's think of an outfit and hairstyle for kind of a bioluminescent. I don't know, I'm just gonna kind of draw some shapes on here that I think would be kind of cute. Maybe like some tall boots of some kind. Or a skirt. What if she had maybe like a puffy knitted or crocheted like sweater and then like a cute little frilly dress, maybe a little higher, because this almost is giving sun hat, like the big brim, but we could also give her kind of pants with like frilly ends. That also might be kind of cute. And then maybe sandal. This is making me think. Let's see, because we could also give her, because going along with this being kind of like a big sun hat kind of a thing, maybe if we give her like a cute summery dress, but kind of make it somewhat ambiguous if it's like a summer dress or a nightgown, because with having the lights turned off, having the background be dark and then these be glowing, it would tie into is it nighttime or daytime? Because this is giving sun hat to me, but then with the glowing, I don't know, do you kind of see where I'm coming from? With like the sundress nightgown combo looking thing. Let's see if I can actually pull that off, because I don't wear sundresses or nightgowns really, so I'm gonna have to look up some to kind of get some inspiration. I do want ruffles though. I just think ruffles are cute. I'm in a ruffly mood. And then maybe she has a sweater on over the dress, if that makes sense. And then what for her hairstyle? I kind of want something long and straight, because this is long and straight, the stem, so it kind of would come along with that to kind of help with that silhouette, the long and straight with the big fluffy on top, if that makes sense. Okay, and I do think I'm gonna go with the dress option, so I'm gonna erase these arrows because we don't need them and just shrink this one, pop it over here, and we can think about some colors. I do want to give her pink skin and play into that pinkish of the mushroom. Give her like blush that kind of matches the darker parts of the mushroom. That's the easy part, honestly, because I mean, of course we're gonna have pink in here. What do we pair with the pink? Because we're also gonna have green. So let's just kind of pop some colors over here and kind of think of what goes together. We've got pink and this like pretty blushy light pink. And we're gonna have green, like a glowy green. And we can even make it a little bit more pastel if we want to. What colors do I think would go well with this? I think blue is nice with pink, like this like warm greeny blue. I'm very descriptive with my color names. I'm just gonna put possibilities over here. Yellow I think looks really nice with pink, like a pretty like buttery yellow. Let's see. Purple I think looks nice with pink. Oh, what happened to my wheel? There it is. Purple. Let's see, like a warm purple or a cool purple? Let's do a medium purple for now. Desaturated a little. Kind of going with pastels here. We're feeling pastel-y. This might be odd, but what if we did like a red? That could be fun. Hold on. And it would be a nice contrast between the pastel colors that we have. Instead of this light blue, what if we did almost like a denim blue? And maybe not yellow. Oh, I tried to color out the yellow, but it's on a different layer. Why do I go on different layers for stuff like this? I do not know. Okay, obviously not all of these together. I'm just like thinking what I think would look nice. It depends on what vibe we end up going with. Because we could go with a pastel-y vibe. Or we could go with like a monochromatic pink and kind of keep going in this direction. And then we would end up getting kind of more reds. That might be kind of cool because then the bioluminescent green would really stand out. So I'm trying to tell myself not to give her white hair because we just did a fairy with white hair. Because I'm thinking that the white hair would... Here, let's go above the line art so we can just color it in. The white hair would be kind of bioluminescent itself and like fade because it's kind of a very subtle bioluminescent look. I'm gonna leave that there as a temporary. So technically her hair's not white, it's like green, but we'll see. If we give her like a dark dress, except for nightgowns and sundresses I feel like are lighter, so her jacket would be dark. red. And then her dress would be lighter. Maybe not. That's still pretty dark. And I mean, you could have sundresses and nightgowns of whatever color you want. It doesn't have to be light or dark. It's just when I imagine them, they're usually more pastel. Or we could make it a little lighter. Let's see what that looks like. I'm just gonna select it because we don't want it to blend in with her skin either. And I guess we could give it like a design. I don't know if we're gonna do spots, but what if I give it like spot? Because that's just so mushroomy. Because of the, you know, the poster boy mushroom. I do like the spots though. We could give it stripes. Or we could give it like flowers and do whatever. If it were like flowery. I don't know why this is my automatic symbol for lots of flowers, but I do kind of like the flowery look though. The idea of having flowers, and maybe they're like little blossoms or something. Oh, and let's put like lacy ends on maybe at the top. Okay, so it's really not that nightgowny. Nightgown-ish. Let me actually, what happens if I just type nightgown? What comes up? Because I feel like there's so many different kinds of nightgowns. There's like the really young nightgowns. There's like the granny nightgown. And I'm like thinking about something like in between. So not like a really shiny one, right? A little bit more old-fashioned. Sundress. What happens if I just type in sundress? And I feel like this, you get the same instance where there's like the little itty bitty ones, and then there's like the more flowy ones that like look more beachy. So it kind of feels like they're both kind of vague terminology because it could be a lot of different things. Okay, so I do like this. I didn't really change much. Like we didn't test out a bunch of different stuff, but I think I am going to go with this, and I'm going to clean up the sketch a little and meet back here when I've done that. Okay, I lied. I'm not cleaning that up yet. I wanted to do a little portrait to kind of imagine her face a little bit better. Yeah, so I started doing that instead. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I thought that it would be fun if her hair was kind of tucked into the hat, but a few little like bang pieces were sticking out, but for the most part it was back, and then it comes forward. And I gave her some like big round eyes and just kind of soft features, kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna go over this again just to refine it a little. My arm feels very shaky today, so we're gonna pump this up just a little. Okay, yeah, that feels better. And we don't have to stick to what we do here, but it's good just for me to kind of get an idea. Those droopy ears and her hair and the colors. Just gonna nab some from over there. Oop, on a layer above. Need to be on a layer under. We're just being messy. Just getting the idea down here. Alright, I'm just gonna duplicate that, put it on an add layer, and blur it a little. And then decrease the opacity a little. Kind of think about how it might look glowing. I don't know. Might just... There we go. And let's give her a little bit of color in her face. Might not go quite that dark with her lipstick. We lighten it a little. And let's give her some color in her eyebrows. Now, I'm wondering if I have her eyes match her hair and give her like green glowing eyes, or if I go in a different direction and give her red eyes to help contrast with everything. Here, let me add some blush to help me make the decision, because I was thinking to help differentiate between her and her hat that we would put, like, I know this is not where you put blush, but I kind of want to give her a little bit of a pattern on her skin. And maybe maybe she's got like bioluminescent freckles. I think if we do that, I'm torn between the red and the green. I think the green does look nice though. I do think the green. Okay, I think that's what I needed to kind of think about that. I'm just gonna merge everything that we just did at least. And let's just shrink it, toss it over here with everything else. This I might just make front. We gotta find a way to fit everything over here. Okay, so I'm gonna start sketching out a pose, and to do that I'm gonna have to think of a pose, which means I'm probably gonna think about it for a second. I think I settled on a pose, this one, which I just used with, okay, so I think I settled on a pose, which is this lovely pose. Wow. I just used the Magic Poser app, and I just used the little spinny knob things to turn the arms and legs until I get something I like. That's what I did. And I just thought this would be cute with like the little flouncy dress. Yeah, so I'm gonna start doing that. I'm also gonna go move by an outlet because my iPad is almost at 20%, so I need to charge it. And then I will be back. when I'm done with all of that. Okay, I'm checking in. This is what we've got so far. I'm gonna continue cleaning it up. I'm still sitting by an outlet so I can charge my iPad. So goodbye again. Okay, so I am back. Line art is finished. This is what we're at, and my iPad is charging up. I think we can make it to the end without me having to run to the outlet again. I'm just gonna fill in the color, and we're not gonna be too careful. We're gonna slap the color on, and it'll be great. There we go, hard brush. Just gonna color it in with a hard brush, and we kind of already have our colors already picked out. Well, we do have our colors already picked out, so we're just gonna, whoops, steal them from over there and color it in. We'll go back in and erase some of these spots where we're just kind of being messy. We're not going to forget the ears this time. Alrighty. And then I did switch her sandals out for slippers. I just thought it would be cute. And we do have this hair in the front that I just did on a layer above so that I could just turn it on when I'm ready for it and color underneath it now. So I'm just showing you that. So you know what's there. Let's erase the bang area so that we can color underneath it. Like always. There it is. Alright, oh, and the eyebrows. Let's get them in here. We have a stray line. Not that it matters that much. Because it's just a little line, but we're gonna erase it anyway. Alright, let's color the dress next. No, the overcoat next. Overcoat, it's a cardigan. Overcoat was the last video. And this dress, I've been really messy with my coloring. It's okay. We're gonna go in and clean it up anyway. Okay, so little technical issue. When my Apple Pencil died, the whole app crashed and it stopped screen recording everything that I had just done. So I'm gonna have to do a little voiceover for that little last part. Hopefully, the crash didn't delete the screen recording and it just hasn't saved my iPad yet. We'll see what happens. So, whoopsie. Anyway, but this is probably where I'm going to end because, again, my pen just died anyway. And I think I had a lot of fun with this. I like the glowy, but with green and then pink. I don't know. I probably wouldn't have done that myself. It's like a different vibe. This was fun. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this one, I've got a few more drawing, just character videos. I now have kind of a backlog, so that's fun. Also, I'm gonna say it again, I guess, but I have a Patreon now. So if you're interested in anything like that, you can check that out. I've got an extra video a month for the on the fairy scry tier, and also like process posts, so I'll take pictures of paintings that I make during the painting process, and then I'll talk about what I've been up to during the process. It's a process post. And then also just early access and other kinds of stuff I've got over all that fun stuff. It's over there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week.